All right, we're back on Tim's Collects, and today we're going to talk about how did I get started as a bat collector. We've talked a lot about bats, but today it's going to be about the very first bat that I collected. So back in the, some of you are familiar with my story, we used to go to the Cub games every day in the late 60s, early 70s. And we would be among those kids, the young kids that would flip up the seats at the end of the game, and we'd get a free pass for the next game. In fact, we got a little resourceful, and with the passes, they at one point they would give them to us blank, which was the best thing, because we went to a stationery store and bought a little stamper where we put the date on there that we wanted to go. But then then management, I guess, decided they were going to give you put the date on there for you. It was on the next day, and so that's when we got into the business of erasers and trying to artfully change the dates to fit our needs. And we had a special gate to go through down near the left field corner with these passes. And all I can remember is that sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't, because not all of our jobs at changing the passes were very artful. You could see big erasure marks and so forth, but it all worked out in the end. So back to bats. So we are picking up the seats, and as Wrigley was just our place to go during the summertime, and we couldn't play video games, and you don't want to be in the house during the summertime. And here was this our version of Disneyland, not too far away, just down the street a ways. And so we would go every day and flip up those seats. And there was a new ground crew guy in the late 1969. His name was Cotton Roy Bogren, and Cotton had been working with the Cubs and for the Cubs since the 1930s when he was a kid, flipping up the seats. And this flipping the seats deal is really cool because it apparently goes all the way back to like the 1920s, and I think it lasted all through the Wrigley ownership, so until probably around 1980. So you can go around the city and find a lot of people who remember flipping up the seats. So Cotton had a new thing he wanted to introduce for us seat flippers. And about once a homestand, he would announce that he was going to have a giveaway, a contest giveaway, prize giveaway, and it was going to be after we were done flipping up the seats. We would go down to his office, the grounds crew's office, and we would get our pass. And then he had a hat, and he would tell us to reach inside the hat and pull out a piece of paper, folded piece of paper. And the prizes were not a whole bunch, but they were used baseballs, and there was always one bat in there. And so the first one that I remember going to, I remember a guy pulled out the bat one, and he ended up with a nice Al Spangler bat. Anybody out there remember Al Spangler, the '69 Cubs? Well, it wasn't too much later when another drawing came along, and oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I pulled out the piece of paper, opened it up, and it said bat, and I was never more excited. And I got a Randy Huntley bat. How about that? Randy Huntley, Cubs All-Star starting catcher, and so I was just tickled pink and thrilled all beyond belief. And we just walked that bat the mile home down Clark Street, carrying it very proudly. And it all goes back to that. That was the first bat that I collected. I wasn't going to use that Randy Huntley bat. That was a collectible. So where's the Randy Huntley bat today? All these many years later? Gosh, I wish I knew. We moved twice since I acquired that bat, and somewhere along the way, I got separated from my Randy Huntley bat, which is too bad because it was a beautiful bat, and as any good bat collector knows, Randy Huntley bats are really hard to come by, game-used Randy Huntley bats. So I went many years without one until just not too long ago. I found one online, and so I bought one. And so I now have my replacement Randy Huntley bat right here. And you know, it's not the best looking bat in the world. It got used on the playground a bunch after its baseball Wrigley days, and so it's got marks on it. Possibly these are, I don't know, burn marks on it, and maybe a little paint in there. Common stuff that happens to bats that are kept in the garage. But I do have a Randy Huntley bat now, and I'm thrilled because this is where it all began, with good old Randy Huntley. Anybody out there who's got a really fine looking Randy Huntley bat, let me know, because I'm looking to upgrade. I brought along another bat to show you. Somehow or other, this bat stuck with me all these years. This is a bat that we used on the playground back at Trumbull School at Foster and Ashland, where we played on the asphalt there in the playground. And so this bat was from Sears. There's not much left of it. You can make out the Sears a little bit. And since it was on asphalt, you can see what happened to the knob of the bat. Just got completely whittled down by all the dropping on the hard ground and stuff. But I think it's kind of cool that I still have the bat, and I'm going to keep it. So thanks. That's it for today. I'll see you next time on Tim Collects.